Hola, Michael here in Lisbon, Portugal. In my hotel room on a rainy day. My wife is out on an adventure and I am here by myself. I've got my laptop, I'm editing video, checking email and things like that. So here we are, the glamorous life of touring around and hanging out on a rainy day. We're supposed to have a severe rain warning here. Lots of rain tonight, apparently, but we're in a very lovely hotel, and it's nice. It's very nice, spacious. It's very comfy. It's a very quaint hotel situated in downtown Lisbon. So we are in walking distance of all the great restaurants and many of the attractions and the charm of the city. We were here last year after the Gong Camp, Portugal. We flew out of Lisbon and we decided to take a few days here, and we're completely charmed by the city that we wanted to come back here. So we're here for about 4 days, just hanging out, resting. I presented 3 concerts. I did 3 workshops. It was a lot of work. So it's nice to have some time to just chill out here. Let me switch this around and I'll show you the wonderful views out of my windows. Here we go out of the side window. Little cafe down there. All of the sidewalks are sort of tiled, cobblestones. And you can see the buildings here. It's an old port city. I can feel the energy of the Knights Templar, which were a very strong force in Portugal. And there we go, looking out of my window. It's enjoyable to sit here and have tea in the morning. A lovely place. We have a square here. As you can see, it is raining pretty hard right now. But there's also a nice little shop down there and some tables. You can get wine, you can get tea, you can hang out. I like the lifestyle. They're very much into just hanging out, which is something I certainly enjoy doing. So I'm just gonna give you a look. There's my little mobile office, my teacup. This is my travel teacup, insulated steel cup I bring on all my trips. It's sort of my, I don't know what you would call it. It's my security teacup there. And my desk, the rest of our room. Very charming room here. Spacious, good enough for 2 people to hang out. And we have our little tea and coffee bar here. I was sad. I was in a hotel the other night with no teapot and no way to make hot water. You just cannot make volumes of hot water out of an espresso machine. So I was very sad. I had to go without tea. Once again, the beautiful view outside. The architecture here is wonderful if you are into architecture like I am. I'm very much into architecture. It's beautiful here. Yes. Lots of construction. It's a happening city, much like Porto. There was construction everywhere. And we were right on a main route. All the buses and cars and everything come by, but it's still fairly quiet. We enjoyed a good sleep last night. After traveling all day, we took the train from Porto, which took a little over 3 hours, and that was very nice and relaxing. Instead of being crammed into a plane and having to go through all the airport BS and security and standing in lines, we just brought our bags to the station, had our tickets, found out which train and which track, jumped on the train. We had assigned seats. They were spacious, they were comfortable. I was able to enjoy the scenery, as you never get to see much when you're flying at 36,000 feet or whatever, and you don't see anything. Whereas in a train, you get to enjoy the countryside. We saw the Atlantic Ocean. We saw the beautiful fields, a lot of the small towns. It was a very relaxing ride. And then we arrived here and jumped off the train, made our way through the station, found the taxi stand, and took a taxi ride here. Very easy. That's one thing I love about Europe is the trains. They've got it down. Their train system is amazing. When we were in France last year, we took the trains to all the outlying cities from Paris. When we were in Italy last fall, we took trains to the outlying cities from where we were staying. Yeah, that's the one thing the U.S. needs to do. We really need to put more into infrastructure for trains. It's a great way to travel, and I would travel that way more often if possible. They have added a train route from Milwaukee to Minneapolis, where my youngest son lives, and we have taken that a few times and enjoyed it instead of taking the long drive. But we need more trains in America. It's a great way to travel, and we don't need to build more highways or widen the highways to get more and more cars. No, build more trains. Trains are great. So that is my report here from Portugal. It's been an incredibly inspiring trip. We started out in Dublin, went to Zurich, then ended up in Florence, Italy, then Massa Rosa, then Pisa, Italy, then Porto, Portugal, and then out in the countryside just outside of Porto, and then back to Porto, and then finally here in Lisbon. Very inspiring. I always love traveling and taking in the different scenery, the different sights, and seeing things, and it truly informs my music. And that's what I always tell everybody, my students, and when I'm teaching, is get out in the world, find those sounds. I'm a very visual person, so I'm definitely influenced by visual things like architecture and museums and things like that. Find the things that inspire you. Put them in here and release them through your instruments. I'd also like to thank everybody who attended my performances and my workshops. Made so many wonderful new friends. It was great. Beautiful people everywhere. And all of the students just really jumped into the training and worked hard, and we had a lot of fun, and we accomplished a lot. And the best part is at the end of the sessions when people would tell me they were inspired and they couldn't wait to get back to their own instruments and play, and that I'd given them so much, to learn and to work with. And that's what it's all about. But the biggest thing is having some fun. We all had fun. We were laughing, we were having fun, but we worked hard. Everybody was exhausted, especially because a big part of my workshop is working out of my new book, which will be released when I get back home, Drumming for Non-Drummers. I've had a lot of people ask me about, I have a buffalo drum, or I want to get a drum, but what do I do? I don't know what to play. How do I use it? Well, I'm a long-term drummer. I've played drums for over 50 years, so I know a thing or two about drumming, and I've put together this great book, Drumming for Non-Drummers. And you don't have to know how to read traditional notation. I've developed a system, and it works. The past 6 workshops I've done have all featured Drumming for Non-Drumming as part of the workshop, and it is connected deeply with people, especially people who've said beforehand, I have no rhythm, I can't play, it's not me, nope. And I got people playing, and I got them playing fairly complex rhythms and having a good time doing it. And most importantly, understanding the rhythm and the concepts behind the rhythms. So that book will be out by the end of the month. Once I get back home, I will put it up on my website and splash it all over social media. And you will be able to get paper copies, actual books, mainly in North America, because the postage rates outside of North America are insane. Don't buy the actual book if you live over here in Europe or Australia or South America or somewhere. No, I will have ebooks. It will be both an ebook and a PDF version. And what's nice is you can take the PDF, hit print, and print the whole book out so that you can use it that way. So that will go up sometime next week, before the end of the month, it should be. Drumming for non-drummers. Look for it. It's proven. That's the best part, because I've been, as I said, like my past 6 workshops this fall have all included that as part of it, and it works. And people have had fun, people have learned, and people have thanked me for it because they had no idea what to do with a drum. Okay, so thanks for hanging in here with the little tour of the hotel room and a little bit about my trip. I look forward to being back and getting back into my studio and getting back to work there. I've got a lot of good ideas. While I've been on the road, I've been shooting and editing video. I was just posting video to YouTube for the next 4 or 5 weeks. Video shot over here. Various performances, various tours, the instruments I've been using. I've picked up a lot of new instruments, so once I get home, I will be making some videos about these new instruments. Some of them are prototypes, some of them are one-of-a-kind instruments, all made here in either Italy or Portugal or wherever, but unique instruments. And I've been sitting around in hotel rooms when I have the time. I've been working on my next book, the follow-up to The Way of the Gong. And it's been going very well. I hope to have that out in the winter, spring area, maybe February, March, somewhere along that line. I'm very excited about it. I think it's really good, and I have high standards. I do, so if I think something I do is good, then it probably is, because I'm a perfectionist. So I've been having fun. In Ireland, I was writing like a madman at nighttime after we came back from the pubs and the restaurants, and I would be inspired, and I sat at my desk and I wrote quite a few chapters. So that was great. And then along the way, I've been writing, and it's great. So watch for that. 2 new books coming up, Drumming for Non-Drummers and the follow-up to The Way of the Gong. We'll see you later. Thanks.